Uncle Steve's Lounge. Come sit down, have a good time. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Come sit down, have a good time.
Hello and welcome into Uncle Steve's Lounge. I am Uncle Steve, and it is a pleasure to have you here in the lounge today on a Sunday, especially a Sunday when the Atlanta Falcons take care of business by knocking off the super overrated Dallas Cowboys. And just right off the rip, I'll tell you, I don't even find Pittsburgh fans annoying. I don't find Packers fans annoying. Cowboy fans are just something different, right? So we were going in today. So it's all good because I know Atlanta is just a different fan base. So we'll never be the Cowboys, never be the Steelers. That's fine. That's cool. I'm down with us. As we were coming in, the family took time to go in today. As four of us got a chance to go together, which is kind of rare. So it was kind of cool because wife and I was celebrating the anniversary today. And anniversary is actually tomorrow, but we are celebrating today. And just a good thing to be with the family. And so as we were driving down North Side, and the little area where all the little makeshift tailgates are and stuff, and they having a great time. So I'm looking at all these Dallas Cowboys fans, and I'm saying to myself, are y'all really fans of the team right now, or y'all just living in 1990? What was it? 3, 4, whenever those cats were winning, because that Cowboy team really didn't deserve to be in this game as long as they were. I think the Falcons gave them a little bit of hospitality and said, hey, come on in. We'll treat you good for about 59 minutes, and then we'll get that onside kick and let y'all go home. Just annoying fans. How about them Cowboys? If I hear that one more time. Well, I don't have to hear it at least for probably another year, because Dallas Cowboys right now are 3-5 and in a division with the Commanders and the Eagles, who are continuing to stretch their wings out a little bit. I don't think they're going to be in the mix. But speaking of in the mix, the Atlanta Falcons are definitely in the mix. Yes, there's still room for improvement. But after 9 games, folks, we are 6-3. We are in first place. And if Tampa Bay loses tomorrow to the defending champs, the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow, we will be clear 2.5 games at best and 4 games well, I take that back. 4 games at best for New Orleans and Tampa and Carolina, and 2.5 clear of Tampa Bay. What a great feeling that is, to know that you're doing things now and you're doing things this year that can make a difference later on in the year. No apologies for not having the greatest defense in the world. We did get 3 sacks today. We didn't exactly have the greatest run defense. We let Dowdle kind of get us a little bit. And that's fine. But Atlanta just keeps on winning. Folks, this is 5 out of the last 6 games. And I'm so ticked off because I'm eyeballing this Seattle Rams game, and Seattle is putrid. Geno Smith, I don't know what it is about Geno Smith in Atlanta, He did that to us one time for the Jets. He lit us up, and he lit us up a couple of weeks ago. And the Falcons are going to go back and look at that game and say, ah! But I digress. The Atlanta Falcons take care of business 27-21 against the Cowboys. Looking at the numbers, Kirk Cousins doing Kirk Cousins things, 19-24, 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Very good game. He was mostly clean. Of course, we know the one play where he got the fumble. They got the fumble, but didn't come back to bite us on that particular play. Bijan Robinson, who is starting to really emerge as one of the better running backs in the NFL. Not that he wasn't there already, but just time and time again continues to just, keep doing this thing. 19 carries, 86 yards, add 7 receptions for 59 yards. I mean, dude is doing it all. Tyler gets his obligatory touchdown today. So the Falcons are in good shape, 6-3. And next week, an opportunity to probably end all talk with NFC South as far as just having to deal with who's the better teams. And as I just talked about Seattle, they just scored the last second against the Rams. So let me be quiet. Anyway, we're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. If you join us, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you tell your friends and neighbors that we are here every Sunday after the game. We try to come on after the 4 o'clock games, which is right around 7:30, and give you an opportunity to take a deep breath before we get to the 8 o'clock game, which today matches up Minnesota today. So that ought to be pretty interesting to see what goes on with there. But I'm going to get into this chat, see what everyone's talking about the Dallas game. What's your thoughts on the Falcons as we officially cross the halfway point of our season? Do we still need to make any moves? Is that something that we're thinking to do as the deadline, which I think is tomorrow or Monday. Tomorrow or Tuesday for the trade deadline. Or just, how do you feel? Do you feel good as an Atlanta Falcon fan to know that the first week of November, we're not talking about how many games behind we are. We're talking about how far we can stretch this thing out. Love it, love it, love it. ATL Skate Man jumps us off. What's going on, brother? Good to see you there. Unc Steve, them Falcons did beat them Cowboys today. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. My brother Dexter in the house. What's going on, Dexter? How you feeling, brother? Thank you for joining us in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Appreciate y'all coming in here today, joining your Unc, celebrating the win over the overrated Cowboys. Kelvin is here. What's up, Kelvin? Thank you for joining us. He said, what's up, y'all? Let's celebrate this win today and get ready for the Aints who might be in full blow-it-up mode. And it is really weird because, we always hear that story every year where the Saints are $75 million over the cap, and then they end up redoing things and they stay in the mix. This is a whole different thing for them. Remember what a difference a couple of months made. The Saints were 2-0, rolling in the 2 games, beat the snot out of the team we just beat today. And then 7 games later, no, I don't want to hear about injuries because we got injuries too. Still wondering what's going to be up with Drake. Cautiously optimistic about what's going on with Grady. So I miss me with the injuries talk. Everybody has injuries right now. Dallas got beat by a better team. Dondre, what's up, Dondre? He says, hey, Uncle Steve, what's the word on Grady? Good to hear. They say he was walking. Kurt got Drake hit like Ricky. And boy, Oh man, they were saying after the game on the flagship station on 92.9 that it was a strained Achilles. So I know most of you been hearing some of that with Christian McCaffrey this year, and he hasn't been here. So you hear that kind of talk. You know, I'm at a point where I'm just kind of like, you know what? I hope he's better, but I just think the coaching is going to make this team better anyway. I don't think even if Grady misses a game, I think they're going to keep rolling. And very very criticized Jimmy Lake will have to go to another bag of tricks. I hope he's okay though, Dondre. Matt Town Dirty. What's up, Matt Town? How you feeling, brother? Dondre said they got that line lady. I see. Hope they put her under the jail. They talk about the bird lady. I did see that where they had her in handcuffs, and judging by the stories, at least everyone should have their day in court. But judging by some of the stories, she might be in for a long time. And when you're taking people's money and stuff, that's screwed up. So hopefully they got her. Henry in the house. What's up, Henry? He said, "Happy Victory Sunday, Uncle Steve and Falcons family. Have a fantastic one. You too as well, my friend. Thank you again for joining us. Again, as y'all coming in, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for your uncle. This is a celebration. We are beating teams that we're supposed to beat. Man, the Seattle game just makes me mad. But you know what? Maybe that's the win. Maybe that's the loss we had to have to get our attitudes right for going forward. But they are junk. Big John Higgins in the house. What's going on, Big John? Is that Uncle Steve? What's happening? Well, we got him sent home with an L. Should have blown him out. But we are moving up. We got to have that killer instinct in the fourth quarter. Well, I thought the same thing as I sat there and probably about with 5 minutes left to the game. It's like Dallas gave us like 3 different opportunities where we kind of stopped them and the ball went to the offense. And I'm glad Kirk Cousins did address that and kind of almost say, hey, we got to have, we've got to have be able to close those games out and not make it so suspenseful at the end. He's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Hill Real at the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? He said, Unc, how did you feel about the Marines halftime show? Was it, man? Let me tell you something. I've always enjoyed that, which is a silent march what they do with the rifles and they turn. And I was telling my wife as we were sitting there about there are different variations that some folks do. And today the little leader who was doing that today when they were throwing the rifle to him and he had both of the guys' rifle and he threw it evenly and both of them caught it perfectly. It's a beautiful thing to see. And if you don't if you just look up Marine Silent Cadence, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was a beautiful show, Hill. That very, very nicely done by the Marines today. Francis Hunt Washington is in the house. What's going on, man? What's up, Uncle Steve? Great win. The team came out playing tough from the beginning to the end. Proud of them. Let's go Falcons. Not only you said a word there, tough. This was one of those games that I just really felt like, yeah, this wasn't going to be an easy one anyway. But I love the fact that they kind of piecemealed this one together. We had a couple of times where, yes, we probably could have stretched it out a little bit. Season not over, folks. 9 weeks does not make a season. There still could be some improvements made on this team. And if the improvements are made, watch out. I'm looking again at the NFC, and it looks like there are teams that are starting to kind of separate themselves. And in the NFC, we seem to be one of them. Detroit, 7-1 at the moment. Washington at 7-2. Philly, who I think it's about to be, it's 6-2 or 7-2. Minnesota, of course, but they're going in the wrong direction. They got a 2-game losing skid right now. And then you talk about us in Green Bay. So there are only 7 teams that are going to go. And winning the division, of course, helps. But you want to start putting yourself up against a couple of these teams. Now, luckily for us, we do have the Commanders and the Vikings after the bye. So we'll be able to see exactly what it looks like. And we'll get Jaden in the second to last game of the year, which I'm pretty sure the weather will have changed a little bit. So we'll see how things work out for us then. But this is shaping up to be a really nice race in the NFC, I think. Jimmy Wayne in the house. What's going on, Jimmy Wayne? Jimmy Wayne. He said, hey, Unc, win on my birthday. Nothing better. Happy early anniversary, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And happy birthday to you, my friend. Hope everything is going well for you as well. Yeah, a win on the Falcons. A win and on your birthday is awesome. I'll never get. Well, I can't say never. Maybe if we get to a Super Bowl, because mine is late January. So hopefully we can do that. Anthony Booker is in here. What's up, Ant? Is that what's up, bro, Steve? Another win. Let's keep it going. Rise up. That's what I was saying, man. Keep what Raheem say. Keep stacking the wins. Keep stacking the wins. Oh man, Dante, what's going on? Dante says, stop saying Cowboys. They ain't Cowboys anymore. They Cowgirls. Hashtag, let's go Atlanta Falcons. Let's keep swagging and surfing. I'm gonna tell you what, that place, and I knew when we scored that touchdown in the fourth quarter, I said, oh, this is the swag, sir. It's amazing. Dude, I even saw Cowboys fans. They were down 14 and they were still swag. It's a beautiful feeling. Beautiful feeling. Here it says, as James Brown would say, I feel good. I know that's right. Dante says, yes, we do still need a pass rush. And I agree. I'm not gonna knock any moves to try to improve this team. And if I know Terry, you can kind of see this team is on the verge. If you want to play with the Minnesotas and the Washingtons in the NFC and the Detroits, you're gonna have to balance out some things. And yes, it's a great step in the right direction with this with 3 sacks today. But why not be better? Let's move it up another notch. Debo Vibes in the house. What's going on, my friend? I hope everything is going. I'm trying to give you some horns. What's going on, my friend? Got a chance to see your podcast yesterday. Always make sure y'all have some room for Debo Vibes in the house. He said, Uncle Steve, we sent them Cowgirl fans smooth out of the bins with their lasso stuck between their tails. Rise up. They were leaving early too. If you get a chance on Facebook, I got a nice little, I might put it on YouTube later on. We had a nice little going away speech to them as they were getting out of there. Y'all make sure y'all check out Debo Vibes on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Great content over there. Make sure y'all check them out. John Higgins says, yep, we got to find another edge rusher. And I think we will. I think Terry's on the phone right now. And we'll see how that works out. Henry said, hopefully Grady's injury isn't too serious. I hope it isn't either. You have to start thinking about things like that, folks. Grady is not the youngest defensive lineman in the world. We got a bye in 2 weeks. Do you start thinking about possibly sitting him down, let that thing heal up a little bit on its own, and do what we have to do? I'm pretty sure they'll be more specific about what's going on a little later on. But with the way our team is going, we might need to start thinking like that. Matt Town says kind of symbolic to win on an onside kick this time. You know what, Matt Town? I was thinking the same thing. For those of you with the memories of, I think that was the COVID year, actually, 2000, and Dallas coming back and getting that onside kick, and the great Julio looked at the onside kick thing. I started thinking the same thing. I was like, please don't let this be deja vu. So I saw Kyle fall on that thing, and I was like, yes, let's get out of here. Henry says, ain't potentially going to end up like how the Falcons were last season. Started 2-0 and end with a 7-10. Wouldn't that be something? I hope it's worse than that. I hope it ends up being 5 and something. No love lost for the team down in New Orleans at all. Lost to the Carolina Panthers today. So that was pretty interesting. Always good to see them having hard times. Though, shout out to Chris Olave, who had a serious injury. We'll make sure we wish him well. Hopefully, he is much better. Antonio. I was Antonio. I was looking at thing wrong. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Say, what's up, Steve, and happy anniversary. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Kenzel is in the house. What's up, Kenzel? He said, Uncle Steve, I love. Great win right now. I'm hanging with my friends that love those cowgirls, listening to the Commodores and drinking on that heat. Oh, what they saying? I know you probably like, sail on down the line and half a mile or so. Don't really want to know where you're going. I was gonna make something out of one of the Cowboys, but I'll save that. Dondre says we really don't have anything to trade. To be honest, we need our picks, but call the Giants for craps and giggles. Well, honestly, you would probably end up giving up the picks. Adam Schefter, who I always listen to, says we're after Ojulari from the Giants. So he's usually got his ear to the wall on that stuff. So I kind of believe him. Got my brother Quint in the house. What's going on, brother? He said, I'm going to the game in Vegas. We got to hook up there. Absolutely 100%. No doubt, my brother. I have to instant message you and tell you what the plans are, but we will definitely be there. So yeah. Well, that's so crazy, Q. Cause look, we'll see each other in Vegas and live in the same city and probably hadn't seen each other in decades. That's how that stuff rolls out sometimes, man. But I would definitely look forward to seeing you there, brother. Dondre says, if we go up, why do we take the foot off the pedal? I don't think they took the foot off the pedal. I just think they weren't executing. I don't think I don't think for one bit we were trying to take our foot off the pedal. I think they weren't executing the plays. They didn't. They did not. So I disagree. I just think you got to execute. C Double in the house, man. What is going on? Y'all make sure y'all check out C Double doing his thing on YouTube. Had the Bearded podcast where he does his thing on there. They talk everything. They talk sports. They talk wrestling. Y'all make sure y'all check him out doing that. Much love to you too, my friend. Melvin, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yes, me and Aunt Kira doing this thing 24 years, man. Goodness gracious. Seemed like yesterday. I mean, really does seem like yesterday. Love her to death, and thank you. This was kind of a little bit of her today going out there and getting us all sitting together today for the game. So appreciate her and what she is to my life. And matter of fact, appreciate her for being a Falcons fan wife. Because yes, she's a Falcon fan now, but she had to convert, not from anything else. She just had to be Falcons, a football fan, pretty much. And that's a lifestyle, man. So she switched over, and I appreciate her and love her to death. And thank y'all for the well wishes, man. Melvin says, good win. Y'all have a good team. Go Cowboys. Listen, Melvin, I'm going to tell you, man, y'all just going to have it's going to be tough right now because if Dak is hurt and Micah Parsons still is not playing, I think times are just tough for y'all right now. They're just gonna be tough. But just look, and if it's anybody who knows about tough, as the Falcons, so y'all will be all right. C Double says, got to win, need to improve, but Bijan is becoming dangerous. I see him run and catching passes too. Yeah, Bijan is that guy right now. And he's one of the top 5 guys in the NFL as far as running backs concerned. When you say top running backs, you say Derrick Henry, you say Saquon. When healthy, you say McCaffrey. And I think you got to add my man Bijan Robinson to the list. C-Dub say, any word on Grady? The same thing I heard on 92.9 where they were saying it was a strained Achilles. Don't know. And I'm pretty sure that'll be one of the things they talk about it in the press conference tomorrow. If it was up to me and it was something delicate, I would go ahead and say, you know what, let the big guy sit for a little while, let that thing rest up, and do what you do, and keep moving forward, and hope he can come back in December and help us out. Thank y'all again. Appreciate y'all coming in. Make sure you hit the like button for me as we are continuing to chat about the Atlanta Falcons and this win today. Again, Uncle Steve's Lounge. Make sure y'all subscribe. Ran into a couple of people today, and I don't know how much y'all don't realize how much I appreciate that. Ran into 2 different people that were like, Uncle Steve, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna be watching tonight, and might not ever say anything, but enjoy watching. Enjoy having fun with us, and just chopping it up and getting your opinion. I appreciate that. Thank you all for the love. Don't think it's not reciprocal. It is very reciprocal, and I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. The Rams just walked off Seattle on like a 40-yard touchdown pass. So again, that Seattle game is just gonna stick in our craw if we end up like the number 2 seed by 1 game or something like that. But look out for the Rams now. Rams got their wide receivers back. They could be tough to deal with. Andrew Griffin says, I wonder if the media narrative tomorrow will be Falcons win or Cowboys lose. First of all, let me give you a applause for that tape. Andrew, you already know. You already know. It's going to be foolish Stephen A. Smith coming out there and his how about them Cowboys and his stuff and his little stick that he does. And then the whole panel is going to say how bad the Cowboys are and all that stuff. And to your point, Andrew, the Atlanta Falcons have done nothing but just stack these wins. We were 1-2. 2 of the teams we lost to are 2 of the better teams in the AFC, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs, who between them have only lost 2 games. We were 1-2, and all we've done since then is won 6 out of 7. Think nobody's talking about it? You know why? The only reason they bring up Atlanta only has 6 sacks, which I get it. It's legit. I get it. I'm not saying it's not a problem. But when do you have to apologize for winning? And Andrew's right. You're gonna see that narrative. The score will be the headline will be Cowboys lose 27-21, and they probably won't even say what team beat them. And that gets on your nerves. So yeah, you're absolutely right, brother. Great take. Clayton Murray, man. What's going on, Clayton? How you doing, brother? He said, Cowgirls fans missing. Call 1-800-D4L fans. Look, I was, like, as I said before, if y'all on YouTube, I had a nice tribute to them as they were leaving the stadium today, as I normally do for those outsiders that don't know what it is to be a Falcon fan. Gave them some nice parting gifts. But it was just funny, man. They were all dressed up. My wife was laughing because you had some people who dressed as cowboy cheerleaders that probably shouldn't have dressed as cowboy cheerleaders, but I'll leave that alone. Whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But yeah, that was weird. Dwayne, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. He said we beat them girls. Yes, sir. Yeah, that no love for these Cowboys, man. None. Dondre said, can we agree that this has been the best Falcons team in 3 years? Nope, I don't agree. This has been the best Falcons seasons and best Falcons team in 7 years. It's the best team since 2017, without a doubt. And none of our teams have been. Every team we play has maxed out at 7 wins. Every team we play, every team we've had has maxed out at 7 wins. So no, I disagree. We haven't been this good since 2017. Henry says all those misfortunes the Aints are having this season is karma. And here's the thing, Henry. I want to believe that. But here's what I also know. The Saints pretty much know they're a done deal. But what would make their season? What would bring them to life? What would give them that extra to say, yeah, we suck, but at least we beat the Falcons? That's why I try to say, nobody, don't take this game. Do not take this game lightly. You cannot look at this game and do like we did in Seattle and come flat. Now, don't get me wrong. I know the players know that it's a rivalry game, and they'll be hyped and they'll be ready. But you cannot take this team lightly. It's a good chance that it's not going to be Chris Olave on the team. Y'all know Sheed is gone for the year. Alvin Kamara is still doing Alvin Kamara things. 155 yards, I think it was today. And Derek Carr, this is his first week back, so who knows? Maybe he might be a little better by next week. But you cannot let this team think they are better than they are. They are not a good football team right now. I kind of mentioned that when when they got out to the 2-0 start, and I was like, yeah, slow down a little bit. Matt Town Dirty said the Aints are really fighting for their #1 overall pick, aren't they? Let me tell you something. Boy, what if they got that and Shedeur Sanders ended up being a New Orleans Saints? Man. Woo! Man, if Shedeur went to New Orleans, that'd be a whole different energy, y'all. I'm just telling you. Now, they probably have to bring Prime to coach. Matter of fact, I don't even think Dennis Allen is going to survive this. Kind of surprised he survived last year. I don't think he's going to survive this. This is too much. Even with the injuries, it might be a good reason to get rid of him. TW, what's going on? What's going on? He said October for pretenders, November for contenders. Goes for the NFL and NCAA. Absolutely. Nobody is apologizing for struggling with the Florida Gators yesterday as far as the Bulldogs were concerned. As horrible as Carson Beck looked, he was able to come back, right the ship, and get the win. You don't think about nobody cares about, which is also weird to me, and I know I'm segueing. I'm not laughing at the injury. Matter of fact, Hope, the kid, Legway, the kid for Florida who got hurt. But it was interesting to me. They were acting like he was balling out when he got hurt. He had one pass. Georgia wasn't ready. They fell asleep. But dude was like 2 for 7. Yeah, he had some mobility back there, but it wasn't like he was balling. Georgia just got to, play Georgia's game. And Georgia right now is the best second half college team in the game. And if you have that type of mentality, whatever Kirby is doing in that locker room to get them boys fired up for the second half, it has worked every time. They are a second half team. Falcons need to get a little bit of that mojo too. For the most part, they've been a pretty decent team in the second half. I was looking at the numbers in here. Yeah, we let them get that little crappy touchdown at the end. But for the most part, they do the same thing, and Falcons do that. They had held them to a field goal before that little cheap touchdown at the end. Eric Parker in the house. What's going on, brother? He said, what's up? Happy anniversary. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Chaka Zulu is in the house. What's going on to you, sir? Happy anniversary, aunt, to you and your better half, and many, many more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is the plan, my brother. That is the plan, my brother, to keep it rolling. Henry says, Ellis turned it up today. That's what I'm talking about. Ellis, I almost think when Landman came back, and of course Landman has been kind of shaky up and down. He had a decent game today as well. But, remember, y'all, Ellis kind of came really as a ancillary piece. He didn't come as I was coming to be the starter. At first, he was coming to be that guy that was going to be in certain packages that would come off the edge. Now, all of a sudden, he's kind of, doing a lot more. Now, he did hit that on one of them plays that got rid of it, and Caden came in there. And then, of course, the fourth down play was outstanding. Yeah, Caden Ellis, when he's on his game, that brother can play. Kenzel says, do y'all see when Dak said on the sideline, we up? I missed that. I was in the game, and he probably did say it. I don't doubt it. Jonathan Freeman in the house. What's going on, my friend? Hope everything is going well with you. He said the only narrative is we're 6-3. Absolutely. I mean, no apologies for being 6-3. None. And for a fan base, which really bothers me, I know we can nitpick the defense. I know we need some more sacks. I know we need to improve on, maybe trying to make sure we stick it to these teams in the end. But goodness gracious, y'all, we haven't been 3 games over 500 since that aforementioned 2017 year. Not 1 point at any time from 2018 till today had we been 3 games over 500. That's crazy. But I'm not apologizing for it. And you're right. Only narrative is 6-3. First place in the South. And for one night, I'm putting on that Kansas City hat, because the more distance we put between ourselves and our NFC South opponents can be one step closer to that elusive playoff spot we haven't received in a while. King Richard, what is going on, man? He said, this is going to be a good one, this playoff type game. Yeah, man. Yeah. TW says, congratulations. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Brother Joe is in the house. What's going on, man? He said they have to account for Taysom Hill. Let me tell you something. Taysom Hill is the kryptonite for the Falcons. And they're going to be home. So you got to take care of business. You cannot play with Taysom Hill. Take care of business. Do not let him run crazy. Dwayne says Dion would not let him play in New Orleans. I don't know. New Orleans is pretty close to Texas. All of them, I'm not sure. He might. Now, I don't think he'd let him play under Dennis Allen. But if the right person came there, maybe Dion himself, he might let him play there. I think there's a few teams where he would let him play. He would have let him play in Atlanta. I think he'll let him play for Dallas if Dallas was looking for a quarterback. I think he'd let him play in Vegas. And I keep saying let him play. I know Shador is a grown man, so let me stop acting like Shador is 10. But I'm saying that he would be happy that he played for us. So let me make sure I'm clearing that up. Barbara Ridley in the house. What's going on, Miss Barbara? She said, happy anniversary. What a great weekend. Bulldogs and Falcons win. Yes, ma'am. And thank you so much. It was so cool. And I think it's the first time that's happened. They put our anniversary notice on the board today. And it's funny because they put it up, I guess, the second time because that's when we caught it. But the first time I kind of blinked and I looked up and I said, whoa, wait a minute. And then, it flashed off. And I told Kira, I said, baby, they put our anniversary up there. And that was, that was pretty cool. And then one of my buddies, Sean Glover, he said, happy anniversary, bro. I just saw your thing I just saw your anniversary thing up on the board. I said, God dog it, I did too, but I didn't get a picture of it. But I did second go round. So thank you, Miss Barbara. I appreciate you. She says, Aints eliminated from playoffs. Not yet. You got a long way to go. Look, Saints could go on a 7-game winning streak and turn it around. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I said, but they could. So let's take care. I tell you what, let's beat them next week and make that reality happen. That they get eliminated. Let's do that. T. Terry in the house. What's going on? He said, let Grady sit. Happy anniversary. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm like that too. I really feel like that too. I do not mind letting him sit and letting them young boys eat. I know it hurt with Rook going to the IR, but Rook will be back as well. So we'll see. Matt Town says, we're still good, but look completely different without Drake. Yeah, man. That Drake thing, that's a big loss. Now, does this mean more opportunities? Yeah, we saw Kadero Hodge get in there as well. Is this the chance where we finally see all the hype that we were giving Casey Washington? Okay, can we give these guys an opportunity to see if they can, get their play? So we'll see. Joseph says George's OC is still. Yeah, Mike Bobo is straight garbage. Absolutely garbage. Oh man, we got a super chat in the house. What is going on to my brother Greg from Greg Customs Kicks?
Don't care what they say, cause the Falcons going crazy, cause Uncle Steve would take it, cause the super chat is crazy. Kirk Cousins going down south, while the running backs are trucking, yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. And y'all make sure y'all check Greg out. Greg Custom Kicks. Greg, I'm going to tell you what happened today. So today, my son wears your shoes today. If y'all know, Greg does custom shoes for us. So my son actually wore your shoes today. I turned around and I'm not even going to lie to you. My feet were not feeling the greatest. So I put on some regular soft shoes today. And shoot, man, that my people, I heard my son said Let me put them shoes on, man. Let me get that. Let me see what I could do. And so anyway, y'all make sure y'all check Greg Custom Kicks out. Get some shoes from him, custom made. That brother can make them look good. He said, my bird showed Dallas that $50 million a year might be a better investment than $70 million a year. Winning quells background chatter. Been a while since we've been 6-3. You are absolutely right. Winning does stop all of that. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Barber says, hope Grady and Drake okay. Ebikady and Ellis did well. Ebikady came to play as well, y'all. Big time. Big time. King said, I've been in these Cowboy podcasts. They furious about losing to us. They want everybody fired. They mad at Dak's contract. They say ain't no way they lost to our sorry behind. They big mad. Well, you know what, King? You know what? I mean, who cares? Let them cry. Let them cry. I used to love Hootie and the Blowfish. How you know that? That brother sang on one note. I only want to be you. Let her cry. Oh, man. I don't know why I just did that. But Darius Rucker actually has a nice shirt, Falcon shirt that I bought. Say through Jesus is in the house. What's going on? He said 6-3. Wow. Been a long time. It has, my friend. It absolutely has. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Henry says, I just saw the Jags and Eagles game earlier. The Jags must want Peterson gone like the Aids want Allen gone. Yeah, they had a chance to win that game. That was a horrible throw, Henry. If you saw the end of that game, they actually had a chance to win. They were inside the 15. And Trevor just threw a bad pass. Can't do that. Can't do that. Say through Jesus said Dallas will finally fire the horrible GM tonight. I doubt it. But McCarthy is on the watch. Antonio James is here. What's going on, Antonio? Good to see you, brother. Clayton says, let's complete the weekend by Hawks win over New Orleans. And what are we doing at the moment? Because the Hawks are our team. Goodness gracious. Them injuries came hard and fast. Pretty tight game, down by 1 to the Pelicans. Chill Rodney in the house. What's going on, Rodney? He said, what's up, man? Man, the Saints must be made the voodoo lady, man. Because them boys can't catch a break, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. My sympathy level for the Saints is negative something, -2. Say through Jesus says, congratulations, Uncle. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. TW said, no doubt, I bought season tickets in 2017, the new stadium year, and after Super Bowl, we tucked ever since. Was about to cash out till Kurt and Pettis. You know, I'm glad you stayed, brother. I'm glad you stayed because it's been a different, and you could tell, it's been a different vibe. I see my brother, I'm going to jump ahead because I see my brother Larry from the Dixon Way in the house. I'm going to tell y'all what, that is the best live reaction video. I know he was doing the game because he was doing the New Orleans game, Atlanta, the Hawks, New Orleans, before I came on. Big shout out to him. I'm sure he was doing the Falcons today. And more importantly, I'm going to laugh at him because not laugh at him, but laugh at his beautiful better half because I know she got a little happy. Shout out to Shonda for the Florida Gators trying to hang in the game for a little bit. She had a little hope, and they had to bring them back down to earth. But that was an entertaining stream yesterday. If y'all get a chance, please go back and watch Larry and his wife who represented the Gators yesterday. That was a great stream. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. And more importantly, y'all make sure y'all check out the Dixon Way again on YouTube. Brother just blowing up all over the place. Make sure y'all do it. And I see y'all coming in. Breeze 1500. Appreciate you coming in. Corey, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all doing your thing. Megatron, I see you out there. Thank y'all for coming in, giving love from the Dixon Way. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Juan Solo is in the house. What's going on, Juan? He said, what's good? Great weekend for football. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Dexter says, I'd love to see what Casey Washington has to offer. That's me too. We drafted him. We were talking so much stuff about him in the preseason. Let's get him in there. Douglas is in the house. What's up, Doug? He said, Falcons rise up. We run this South. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let's keep it going. Let's keep them. King says, is it true Blank and Jerry got beef and don't like each other? I know a long time ago there was a little bit of stink between them because, Arthur was like the new kid on the block back in the early 2000s. And Jerry kind of didn't like a little bit of the attention that Blank was getting. And that was right off of, drafting Mike Vick. And Jerry was very critical of Arthur Blank. Remember the infamous pushing Mike Vick out in the wheelchair thing? He was very critical of that. And I think, they probably, but I say that, man, rich people don't like each other. They do. EJ, what's going on, man? How you doing? He said, let's discuss this. We need a pass rusher, then we will be an elite team. Here's where you gotta. First, I agree. We do need a pass rusher. Do we have to be an elite team, though? Is Detroit an elite team? San Francisco this year, and I know injuries coming, are they an elite team? I just need you to beat the team on the day that you're scheduled to play them. And when I look at the teams right now, there is no team in the NFC that's blowing teams out on the regular that are trucking teams. Like you might have one or two truck games. We had a Carolina game where that was kind of a truck game in the second half. But Detroit ain't blowing everybody out. Washington is 7-2, and you saw the struggles they had. Philadelphia really kind of got lucky today. All I kept hearing this year, Philadelphia got it all together. I said, is that the same team we beat? And they almost lost to Jacksonville today. Literally, go back and watch the end. Minnesota, who started off so hot, they've come down. So I hear you, and it's not a criticism of you, EJ. I'm just saying, but do we let's just be a well-rounded team. Let's get that well-rounded gene going on. A1 Forever is in here. What is going on, Chris? 6 conference and divisional wins, brother. Let me tell you something. And people, right now, we are tied for the best conference record in the NFC with Detroit. We are tied with them. So we need to keep that up. Definitely. Greg says, let Dallas complain about this L according to their fans. They'll be in Super Bowl again next year. You're right about that. He's right. Dallas Cowboys fans don't give up. Nando in the house. What's good, This is the first win that we totally controlled the entire game in offense. Mentioned Caleb McGarry. He was at second level of the defense the whole game. The offensive line, yes, they sacked Kirk twice, and yes, that was the one fumble. The offensive line did a great job today. There was the Ray McLeod touchdown. Did y'all see how much time Kirk has? If we give Kirk Cousins that type of time, folks, we got some places to go. No doubt. Chris says, infinite sympathy for the Saints. Sorry, not sorry. Absolutely not. Dexter said, happy anniversary, Unc. Many more to you and the missus. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Dr. Dixon, the blues physician. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Still part of that Dixon Way raid. Thank y'all so much. Big Dex in the house. Dex says we can lose to anybody beside Dallas. That's my top two teams. I hate beside the Saints. Defense looked pretty good today. Hoping Grady okay. Him in London. Mooney is a problem. For real, for real. Rise up. Let me tell you something, Dexter. Mooney had 2 plays today that he was a trip away from taking them bad boys to the house. Mooney's special, man. Mooney's special. Big time. Ron says, what's up? What's up, Unc? Couldn't watch the game. I was in the woods trying to get groceries, but we're off to a pretty good start with an iffy D. Imagine if we get it all together. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it rolling. Antonio says, who gets fired first? Dennis Allen, Mike McCarthy, or Doug Peterson? Probably I would flip it around and say Doug first, Dennis second, Mike McCarthy third. I don't think Mike really, Jerry's not going to do it this early. But I'm going to tell you why Jerry's going to think about it. Because Philadelphia and Washington are starting to separate themselves. And if they don't do anything better by Thanksgiving, the Bill Belichick watch in Dallas will start. TW says Drake, that big hand catching wide out. Yeah, we need him. Matt Town Dirty says, does Jerry oversee the Cowboys bake sales too? Ooh, y'all rough on them boys, man. EJ says, all I'm saying is we can get the quarterback on the ground and put more pressure on the offense. The team will go to another level. That's all I'm saying. Love the way the teams play. Oh, no, EJ, I wasn't that critical. You're right. Your point is absolutely correct. So I'm not arguing the point that we need another pass rusher. I think I was, when you say elite team, I just think the top 4 or 5 NFC teams are basically the same. They really are. So as much as I love the moniker elite, I just want to be a competent team to stay in the game and stay into the end. So, but I hear you loud and clear. No disagreement, no malice at all at what I was saying. Wallace, what's going on, Wallace? He said, what's good with you, Unc? And this is a good feeling to be 5-1 in the conference. 6-1, brother. Don't short changes. And 4-0 in the division this late in the season after finishing 7-10 3 straight years. That's the big thing. And Wallace has been hanging in here with me since I got on here. And he and I have never had a conversation about the Falcons being 3 games over 500. Never. Chris says Kirk was able to get to his 3rd and 4th progressions most of the day. That's right. That's why the offensive line, got to give offensive line their kudos today. Say Through Jesus says, shout out to Dallas for the best fake punt ever. Best laugh I've had in a while. And I'm going to tell you what, if Natron Brooks had kind of turned one other way, that would have been the easy pick 6 in there. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Dex says, our O-line has been pretty solid this year, especially in pass protection. Kurt's worst game was versus the Seahawks after the players went out. O-line has been solid because Kirk has time to survey. That, and I would also say, Dexter, that Pittsburgh game was pretty brutal as well. And I know that was early on, but it was brutal. Those 2 games. Antonio says it seems like Bijan gets 8 yards every time he touches the ball. Listen, I was telling my son that he was falling into 5-yard gains today. And that's why when people start talking about, why doesn't Tyler get the ball back? It's not that we don't want to get the ball to Tyler, but you literally have one of the best weapons, running back, wide receiver in the game. And when you have that, that's, got to keep that up, man. Greg, giving another super chat in the house. I appreciate you, brother.
Super chat with.
He said, I enjoyed you trolling Dallas.
Super chat with. Super chat with.
My wife always gives me a second look when she sees me over there trolling the fans. It's beautiful. Matt Town in the house. What's going on again, Matt Town? Thank you for the happy anniversary super chat. I appreciate that.
I believe that Uncle Steve will read your super chat. I'll read with you.
Appreciate it. Brother, it's a blessing. True blessing. EJ, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank all y'all for your well wishes today on the anniversary. I'm sure the wife thanks you as well. I will probably not do the minutia tomorrow because tomorrow is the actual anniversary. So today was just part one going to the game. Tomorrow we'll probably do something together tomorrow. So I won't be doing the minutia tomorrow. Appreciate everyone coming in and just, hey, talking about this win. It's on to New Orleans next week. I will try to get on maybe on Friday, and we'll break down what we have to do to keep this thing rolling and keep the NFC South. Bro, I see you, Chris. Chris says, oh, man, that's right. Happy anniversary. I missed it, but I heard y'all were on the Halotron. We were on the Halotron. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing what you do. Again, everybody, I know y'all want to watch the game tonight. Happy Sunday night watching. Appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all don't mind, make sure y'all coming in. Oh, I see you, brother. What's going on, man? Antoine in the house and Fred in the house. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate y'all. Antoine said Mooney is the best thing that happened to the Falcons, Drake, this offseason. Hope you can keep him. Yeah, I know. I know, right? But thank y'all so much. Thank you, Francis. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all joining me here in Uncle Steve's Lounge. If y'all don't mind, make sure you hit that like button for me, just to keep us rolling in this algorithm. Somebody put Uncle Steve in the YouTube, and now it's like the second thing that comes up, Uncle Steve's Lounge. That's because of you all and your fans watch the show. Hope you appreciate what we do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I hope y'all appreciate this fire theme song we got going on as we're leaving today. Appreciate y'all again. See y'all hopefully on Friday. And we'll talk a little bit about these Falcons as we go out. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed night now.
You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge.